we look for in our evidence. Evidence is pretty much whatever we collect from the site, from our investigation. We have our audio evidence, which is pretty much our digital voice recorders. We sit down, and I've always told use headphones, yes, because you can't hear anything without headphones. You can sit there, and I sat there and I played the digital voice recorder right in my hand, didn't hear anything. Alan goes, dude, use headphones. And I've stuffed headphones on, and there's a lot of things that you can hear. Also, it helps with if you don't have headphones, you throw it onto a laptop, and we have many different types of audio equipment or systems that allow you to pump it up to view how the actual voice is going on the screen, which is really interesting. And you can actually see anomalies in the voice stream, and that sometimes can indicate that there's something there. There's there's EVP classes, which is AA, which is fast and understandable. It's like if you ask a question in your digital voice recorder and you hear a yes, it's loud and it's clear that it's called a AA EVP recording.
Everything. Really good sounding, like anybody else talking, but it's not one of those. That's one of the big things.
Yeah, it's no one else. There's absolutely no one that can confirm that that's it. There's also can be like a lock. A is with, it has some static, but still very clear and audible. B is you can hear something, but it's not very clear. And C is something's out of place, but you don't know what it's saying and you can't understand it at all. Does that make sense? EVPs. Everyone knows what EVP stands for. If you watch Ghost Hunters, you watch Ghost Hunters International, everyone knows it. When they say EVP, it clips. EVP, Electronic Voice Phenomenon. And pretty much it's just anything on your digital voice recorder or your voice recorder. I hear different things. A lot of people say they prefer the tape ones over the digital ones because the tape ones sound better. It's up to you. But you listen and you still, yet again, look for anomalies in the actual voice recording.
You have some examples?
Got some examples?
Oh yeah. One of my favorite one of my favorite examples is actually we were in Gonzales at the museum jail, and Nick has on his voice recorder with someone, you can hear the jail doors closing in the background. And it was just right on time and on cue, and it sounds absolutely normal.
Is it playing?
It should be playing, but I don't know if it's gonna. Is there audio on this machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to use your laptop speakers.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be playing when it's attached to the projector for some reason. Hold on.
Some speakers.
Yeah, well, there's no sound at all, so...
I'll give you another example. We were at the same place, and Nick was called a dirty word.
No, it was actually CJ.
CJ. Oh, okay, see...
No, you did as well.
It was at the courthouse. Wasn't it?
No, I think it was a jail.
Jail. We
Yeah,
had
jail.
some very nasty things said toward each other, and there's times when you provoke and you don't do it nicely, you're gonna get called dirty words. But you can ask him what he was saying later. Reviewing your video evidence. Do it with low lights. Don't do it bright lights because you're staring at something black and you'll start seeing things because your eyes will try to fluctuate the lights with what you're seeing on the screen. And you just look for, you can look for shadows, things that are moving. I don't think we've caught anything with video evidence, but there's a lot of things that can be out of place. Like one of my friends had pointed out an example that on Ghost Hunters, you can actually see something that's moving, like a lamp that's moving in the background, which was very interesting. There's also the camera evidence, which is not up here. Digital camera when you take pictures. We have had what we assume some evidence. There was a picture taken at the courthouse in Gonzales where you could see someone in a reflection. That you don't want to rule out reflections either. Because sometimes you can't see things straight on, but you can see like an image of a reflection. But it looked like someone was trying to pull a book off the shelf in the law library, which is very interesting. There's pictures of something that's not clear, and your camera's trying to focus in and out. And you take blurry pictures, but there's, as far as you know, there's nothing in front of your camera whatsoever. That could also be a part of your evidence.
You've also got to be careful because one of the other ones you took at Gonzales with the reflection on the wall coming from the mirror when you took the picture.
Yeah, there is something else. Another thing that we have to be very careful of is when we were at the jail, they had a plexiglass hanging above a wall or above a door frame that you couldn't see when you looked straight ahead. So when you took a picture and the camera flashed, it reflected and put it back on the wall. So it looked like there's something there. So you have to look at things from all different angles and try to, that's part of why you review your evidence is debunking.
Or as if when me and Rain were up there in the attic of the Gonzales County Courthouse, we started noticing blue lights. And blue lights were basically Kenny and CJ going around taking the last few pictures. And these were reflecting. They were actually making illumination into the attic, and it may look like there was a blue light up there, you know, in complete darkness. But that can happen, you know. You throw it out.
In their defense, they heard our voices,
Yeah.
and then they thought they heard something.
And the next slide he forgot is orbs equals dust.
It's on the slide before. Go back
There you
there.
go.
Keep going
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah,
Right there.
Yeah, sometimes what you think is orbs is dust or bugs, little bugs. So sometimes that's really hard to prove that it's there and prove that it's not. So mostly my theory is whenever I consider it, if I consider it an orb, I usually just kind of put it off to the side and say question. Because, you know, there's really hard to prove that it's something there. That dust looks so pretty when you take a picture of it.
It's got happy faces.
Oh yeah. But when
We've got another thing. Yes, I'm just going to set that up now.
Wait, the notes? Did you talk about that?
Well, I'll talk about some notes. We do at the end of our investigations. We have a form that we fill out that says what we found, what we think we found, our experiences, and we compare it with each other.